Hello and welcome to the Ultimate Lotologist, a place that is going to be full of life-changing possibilities. But let me start by talking about memorabilia. Now, memorabilia is a big industry with items such as this plate, like with William and Kate on, things that are old like the Titanic, and of course things like the music industry with Elvis Presley, Kiss, all very valuable items. But what I'm going to show you is a memorabilia subject that's so exciting, valuable, and a method of collecting that will literally blow your mind. The subject I'm going to talk about is lottery memorabilia, and lottery memorabilia is called lotology. What's now presented in front of you, I'm sure everyone has seen. It's a lottery instant. Now, lottery instants have a unique value due to the nature of the limited print run. For example, a Christmas special edition may be printed in its millions, but then eventually the design is shelved and it may never be used again. Now, collectors will keep these cards, and after a period of time they start to become desirable and attract value due to the card's rarity. At Ultimate Lotologist, it's a place for collectors of said lottery memorabilia, and it will enable them to share and auction their lottery instants from all over the world. But this brings us to the exciting part of the video, where I reveal a unique and clever build collection system that will allow any of our members to build a collection of lottery instants very quickly. But the lottery instants that you receive will not have been scratched off, and therefore leave the potential winning value for you to enjoy and cash, tax-free. And this is how it works. There are currently 5 product lines to be a part of. We've got the £1 lottery instant, the £2 lottery instant, the £3 lottery instant, the £5 lottery instant, and of course the £10 lottery instant. Now, opening an account can be done by introduction via an active member. Once you've opened your account, you must qualify yourself in a product line. The more products you are qualified in, the more money you will make as the prize chance increases exponentially. Now, the system revolves around an active member and 4 qualified members. Now, the 4 qualified members are system generated, and they are automatically placed based on your upline. The first thing to do is to qualify as an active member, and the first product line is the £1 lottery instant. Now, there is your active member, and there is you, and the system will show you the qualified members for product line 1, the £1 lottery instant. Now, to qualify, you need to send a £1 lottery instant to each of the qualified members. So you purchase 4 £1 lottery instants at a cost of just £4, and you send 1 to qualified member 1, 1 to qualified member 2, 1 to qualified member 3, and 1 to qualified member 4. Now, once the qualified members receive the instance, they will acknowledge receipt in the system. So qualified member 1 will log in and will go to the exact place in the software that's highlighted the fact that a card is coming from you and will acknowledge receipt. As soon as he's acknowledged receipt, you will be sent an email and it will show that that qualified member has acknowledged you. Qualified member 2 will do the same. Qualified member 3 will do the same. And qualified member 4 completes the process and you are now qualified. So now that you've become an active member for product line 1, which is the £1 lottery instant, at a cost of £4, you now speak to your good friend Mary. Now Mary can't believe the opportunity you've presented to them and she's really keen to get going. So she signs up and the system produces the 4 qualified members that she needs to send cards to. Now, because Mary is one layer down from you, the qualified members will be rotated. So qualified member 4 will be removed. Qualified member 3 will take up position 4. Qualified member 2 will take up position 3. Qualified member 1 will take up qualified position number 2. And your active member will become qualified member 1 for Mary. So Mary purchases the 4 £1 lottery instants and she sends 1 to qualified member 1, 1 to qualified member 2, 1 to qualified member 3 and 1 to qualified member 4. Now you become Mary's active member. So you are now Mary's active member and she herself is also an active member and can start to promote. So she speaks to her friend Luke and just as Mary was excited, Luke is excited and wants to get going. So the system shows him the 4 qualified members that he needs to send these lottery instants to. But of course, as it's another layer down, qualified member 4 will disappear. Qualified member 3 will move to the qualified member 4 position. Qualified member 2 will move to qualified member 3. Qualified member 1 moves to qualified member 2. And now you will become qualified member 1 for Luke. Mary is of course Luke's active member. Now Luke purchases his 4 £1 lottery instants and he sends 1 to you. He sends 1 to qualified member 2, 1 to qualified member 3 and 1 to qualified member 4. Now it's important to recap on something here. What you have just witnessed, I'm sure, is getting you very excited. But let me emphasize on something very powerful. You do not receive any lottery instants from your personal introductions. You, as an active member, fall into the qualified member position once your introductions start to introduce. Now that is very, very important, as you will see later on. So let's do some numbers. Based on you just telling 5 people and teaching those 5 to do the same. So once those 5 have told 5, that's 25 £1 lottery instants that will be coming to you as you will be qualified member position 1. That line there. Now when those 5 tell their 5, that's 125 £1 lottery instants at qualified member 2 position. Now the numbers start to get quite attractive. It's 625 £1 lottery instants at qualified member 3 position. And then finally, 3,125 £1 lottery instants are possible when you get to member 4 position. Now hopefully from what you can see in front of you, it becomes apparent why we don't earn from the people we introduce. We don't receive any lottery instants from our direct introductions. Now if we did, and we go down our 4 levels, we would miss out on the 3,125 lottery instants that are at that 5th level. And of course, not receiving any lottery instants from the people we introduce also encourages us to help those people and for them to do the same. So in summary, for just introducing 5, you get 25 at qualified member 1 position, you get 125 at qualified member 2 position, you get 625 at qualified member 3 position, and you get 3,125 at qualified member 4 position. That's a total of 3,900 £1 lottery instant cards. So what's the potential for winners? Now the odds of a £1 lottery instant being a winner is approximately 1 in 4.6. So we will be conservative and say 1 in 5. So you have 3,900 £1 lottery instants. So we divide that by 5, that equals 780 winners. And the minimum win from a £1 lottery instant is £1. But it could easily be £5, £10, or even £100,000. So, just when you thought it couldn't possibly get any better, all this was just from product line 1. Everything that's been explained so far can be repeated for another 4 product lines. Setting yourself up as an active member in all 5 product lines multiplies the total number of lottery instants by 5. So get qualified as an active member in all 5 product lines, and your introduction of 5 people could amount to 3,900 £1 lottery instants with a 1 in 5 chance of winning. That's 780 winners, with a minimum win of £780. But the potential win could be life-changing. Now the product level number 2 is a £2 lottery instant, which out of the 3,900 cards has a better chance of winning. It's 1 in 4. So that's 975 winners. And the minimum win of a £2 lottery instant is £2. So the minimum win potential there is £1,950. But again, it could be life-changing. So we move to the product line number 3, which is the £3 lottery instant. Again, has a winning chance of 1 in 4. So that's 975 winners with a minimum win of £2,925. But of course, I mean, this picture of the card there is a potential £300,000 could be won. So we move to the product line number 4, which is the £5 lottery instant, which again has a 1 in 4 chance of winning. So that's 975 winners with a minimum win now, because they're £5, of £4,875. I think you can see where this is going. The 5th product is the £10 lottery instant, which has a 1 in 3 chance of winning. So that's 1,300 potential winners, which is a minimum win, because the minimum win of a £10 card is £10. It's £13,000. But the potential win is life-changing. There is a £4 million chance card out there. In fact, there's quite a few. But again, the potential win could be life-changing. So introduce 5 and teach others to do the same, and you get 19,500 lottery instants with a conservative minimum win of £23,530. But imagine if you get the £40,000 a year for life card, or you get one that's 100,000 every year for 15 years. I'm sure somewhere within the membership we will crown a millionaire. So to get started, fill out the details below and open your free account. Your active member will be able to answer any questions you may have. So get started today, and welcome to the Ultimate Lotologist family.